TaeJa never laughs at our jokes, so.
I'm actually really glad we finally have TaeJa in for a turn, but the color's a bit borked. What's going on here?
Is there a silver Terran?
No, he's like
Don't lie to
purple.
me.
I'm not sure what's going on with this.
Damn. Silver's such a good color.
It is, but that's a cool bug. Whatever. Welcome back to the 2 versus 2 tournament. Or 2 versus tournament, pardon me. As we get into it, we have the defending champions spawning here in the top right. It's Team A.P.S, Team Axiom Professional Streamers with Crank and his teammate Hart.
The bottom left for Team NoName, it's the Pink Zerg Revival. And the purple silver Terran, TaeJa.
Yeah, he's silver down here, but purple. I'm not sure what's going on with the colors for this, because it's not like they picked anything that's like an illegal color. They just picked normal colors, and it seemed
Time out. Legal color chosen.
Yeah, red card. But
Silver card.
this is kind of interesting. Actually, I kind of nerded about it in the lobby, and if you guys didn't hear Zombie making fun of me, this is one of the... I've been begging TaeJa to play in our tournaments for so long at this point, and truth be told, he's always busy or training or his wrists are bugging him, and I'm sure at a point it's actually very legitimate excuses, but it just kind of felt like, you know, the haterade was being brought to the table. But it's great, even if it's just a TV2. I'm glad we finally have TaeJa in event. I could check this off my to-do list. But Old Country is a quick review for the map. For those who don't know, you cannot rush on this map. There are rocks. I guess if you do Reapers, maybe, but there are 2 rocks blocking out the central portions of the map, so there is no quick rushes vertically.
First of all, I wasn't making fun of you. I was directly translating.
You were not directly translating.
Second of all, yeah, you can rush on this map with TP, actually, because while your first units won't be able to cross the rocks, you can get the warp prism, or shoot, the pylon low ground warp in.
True enough, yeah.
Yeah, so it technically can still happen. In fact, I believe we have seen Crank Hart do that. But Revival doesn't get the same liberty there.
This is so weird. Do you see the little square for production looking weird, or do you just have the white bars because you're on my screen?
I just have a white box.
Turn it back on everyone for a second and just look at TaeJa's production. It looks weird.
Oh, it is like purple. It's like a purple pink box.
Yeah, it's just like totally bugged for some reason. But Reaper for Reaper shouldn't be too bad. Oh, I forgot! Again, going back to Team Synergy for a second, Crank and Hart did this last time where they kind of walled off in the mid-ground. I think this is really smart because of the fact Revival is in play, but Crank with a proxy, somewhat unorthodox location.
Proxy. We've seen proxies, actually, if Crank is where he spawns here, it's to the base all the way to the left, and as such, very, very close to Revival's main, but choosing to do it with the Zelnaga is odd.
Oh, gets the drone. Not bad.
You ever just see, like, Reaper, like, in this situation, it just looks like Hart's twin brother Reaper.
No, it's like the evil Reaper. It's the evil clone.
Yeah, well, one of them is evil, and so for Hart's the one that's attacking, you know, TaeJa's buddy, so I think Hart's the evil one. And TaeJa's Reaper is like, why? Why?
I'm your real dad. Shoot him. Alright, so the Reaper gets shut down, but this did reveal the base locations for Crank. Kind of like a spotter for a sniper. The Oracle's going to be following this up.
It's always cross.
I don't know the rules of 2v2, to be completely honest with you.
I feel like it's only ever been cross in 2v2. It's also a 4-player map, but that obviously is like all 4 players on each side.
Well, the Oracle sadly is not going to find TaeJa investing in more Reapers, but instead Marines, so the free kills for Crank aren't really here. But still gets in, he'll be able to harass, he'll be able to be annoying.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And no one, I mean, people are finally taking this map literally. You know, like, no rush. I don't know what Old Country literally would be, but I mean no rush.
I was gonna say,
attacking each other.
I know sometimes people use the literally wrong because they overuse it, but that was like really wrong. Like, you were taking this map so literally right now, Zombie Girl.
It's not known as Old Country to me, okay? It's known as the no rush map.
Yeah. No Old Country rush. Yeah, okay, no, I'm gonna stop right there. But for TaeJa's sake, he did get a quicker command center.
So it's full of old people who can't rush. Figured it out.
But yeah, so both teams are getting the expansions done. TaeJa's is a little bit late because he built it in base, but not by much and not a huge deal. This is gonna be kind of interesting because TaeJa, by the way, you know, #1 like guy in the world, one of the best Terran players when he's on form. But this isn't a $10,000 tournament, so maybe not. Don't know.
$500, 10,000, really the same in TaeJa's eyes.
Well, I mean, if you scale it, yes.
Well, it's really 250 for each, or however much the first place prize is. I don't remember.
It's 300 bucks, 150 each.
Okay, so it's 100 each. Usually for StarCraft, you don't have to worry about splitting prize money. Who does that?
That was definitely
Bogus.
something I was worried about taking into consideration. Like, would they want to play for certain prize pools? Because they will have to split it. Like, I don't think you could put 100 bucks out for this the same way you could for like a weekly.
I hope that we have caused the friendships to just explode because one person thinks that they carried the team and thus deserve $50 more.
Crank will be like, send me all the money. I promise I'll send it to Hart. I'll definitely split it with him.
And then Crank's like, man, I don't know what happened. Like, Rifkin's such a douchebag. He didn't send me the money, Hart.
Well, there would be the language barrier to get through too, because Hart's English isn't so good compared to Crank's. But one of the big things is at this point, this is top 4, so everyone's earned money at this point. Whether it's measly $25 for losing here in the semifinals, or whether it's the $300 for first place. I mean, it's quite a bit of cash for a small night of 2v2s. And what's kind of cool, by the way, just side note for those who don't know, the reason folks like TaeJa and Parting signed up, it wasn't for the prize pool that attracted them. Like, Parting very literally said, I want to train for GSL, so he originally said no, but then he got back to me and said, you know what, I want to have some fun, so yes, sign me up.
Oh, nice. Oh. Girls just want to have fun. StarCraft 2 players also just want to have fun.
I was gonna say, you're the only girl here, Zombie Girl, so perhaps the plural doesn't work, but 4 Oracles and a Banshee! This Spore Crawler doesn't stand a chance, but there's double drops coming back at home. Hart has a tank up, but TaeJa might just unload directly on top of it. There's really not a lot of buffer for it. There we go.
Yep, there it goes.
But the Oracles at the same time devastate TaeJa's main.
You get the supply.
Oh, the SCV pole. He's trying to repair that tank. Couldn't quite keep it alive. But TaeJa loses 18 workers. Oh, God. Yeah, but I think TaeJa just loses way more through this. 18 SCVs dead for TaeJa, 14 for Hart.
Look at Revival's supply. He hasn't been touched since that initial Reaper.
Yeah, he's got 70 army value, but he's got to get through the rocks first. So here comes... You know, this is a pretty big deal, though. Losing that first tank kind of sucked. But Hart's got 2 with a lot of Marines. I don't know that these Roaches will necessarily break these 2 over their back. Nice Changeling Scout out of Revival as well. He'll see that there's a big gap here on the south side. So I doubt he'll even go towards Heart's base initially. Probably just go straight to Crank.
Oh god, the Oracles just go back in TaeJa's base after he builds the turret.
Yeah, the Marines get shredded. Oh my god. But Crank's got to get something here to contribute. The tanks do get focused down, but there's a lot of Marines. No medevac coverage for this, but the Marines in the SCV pool look like they are more than enough to buy some time. But again, what are you buying time for? You know, can Crank do something to really carry this through? Burrowed Roaches as well. Revival looking actually really strong right now. If there's a couple Marauders, actually, hell, if there was medevacs with this would look very different. But Heart's production is only just kicking in, and that tank's going to spawn and die. Tries to siege up here on the backside of things. Maybe he can get away. I love that he didn't siege this immediately. If he did, he'd have lost it anyways. But the Roaches are they're locked onto it. They're like secret missiles just looking for the kills. But no matter how much damage Hart takes from this, he's got a gold base. He's got a teammate to help support him. And Crank's moving towards Immortals and Void Rays, everything anti-armored.
Yeah, this will clean it up, but Hart has taken a lot of damage. 3 bases, gold base. Will that be enough to come back and actually help?
I feel like
Crank,
it will.
But you know, he might not need help necessarily. You know, Revival's supply is very inflated right now because it is all in Roaches, and he does have the anti-Roach army coming out here, and TaeJa really can't contribute.
I feel with Crank having 1,400 minerals too, he could really just give Hart money, and Hart could start producing. He doesn't even need to get the economy back up if he can get Marines and medevacs out.
Yeah, yeah. Hart needs to just ask for the money.
It's a pride thing. That's why they'll lose the game. They'll get teammates, but they're very proud teammates. I like the Burrowed Roach play, though. This is really smart, really cool out of Revival. Hopefully Hart does lift this command center and doesn't want to lose that for too much. Meanwhile, the Roaches are inside the mineral land. While TaeJa took some serious damage, so he's not been able to contribute behind this, Revival really has been 1v2ing for the most part. Buying TaeJa the time to recover, buying TaeJa the time to get those Marines and the medevacs out. Now he's loading up and getting ready to start contributing to the fight. And while Crank has been struggling to deal with the Roaches, those Marines might just be the tipping points.
Maybe. Hart really has not been able to contribute. Yeah, his gold base is under fire now.
At least it's not on fire yet.
That's true. But Hart, you know, if Crank had given him some minerals and he had 2 tanks out, just 2, it would be a huge help.
Agreed.
He's
yeah.
only producing Marines.
I think the other problem too is I'm not sure if there's control issues, but there's a couple of like just void rays like right here on the natural base just kind of sitting. They're not helping at all.
Yeah. Well, having to keep the observers with what army to do what has been really difficult for Crank.
Got the mothership core with that attack.
Nice.
But Revival's kind of pulling a true right now, just expanding like nuts. He's got double golds. This is looking so good for him.
Yeah, this
is. I wish Heart had lifted to the gold. This would have been the perfect map to do it on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah.
It's a no rush because of the rocks.
Yeah, it's full of old people.
You need to get on this old people like haterade you got going.
I hate old people.
So I'm gonna confirm the old people. They're probably the like person that like abuses them in the old folks home and nobody's looking.
Oh my god.
I don't know how we got those bruises. That's so weird. It must be an old person thing.
Rifkin. That's messed up. This is a lighthearted joke, and you just made it weird.
Rifkin, why are you making me out to be an abusive? Okay, whatever. The gold base is going back underway. Heart's trying to get that economy back up, but this defensive fight is going to be difficult because what's going to most likely happen is Revival uses his economy to throw wave after wave of Roach Hydra at the front lines, forcing Crank and Heart to focus on that, while TaeJa starts dropping behind it. He could just be on the front lines with this, but I feel the Marines on the front lines with the Roach Hydra is a little redundant, and drops could be way more devastating. If Crank had 2 Colossus out, this could look very different as well, but he doesn't, and his external thermal lance is actually not done for the time for the fight, but the force fields are fantastic. He'll catch a lot of the Marines, but the tunneling claws on the Roaches get on top of the Colossus, removing that from the fight. The tank gets focused down very quickly as well. Now it's Immortals and a Void Ray versus Hydralis. It looks like Team NoName is about to knock out Team A.P.S. Well, for the first game one. Yeah. Sorry. Get a little cut up there.
A little bit. Mostly on the back of Revival, to be honest. TaeJa did a great job coming back up. But Heart just really took so much damage. You can't really blame him for not being able to contribute towards the late game.
It kind of reminded me of the finals of Bly versus Xenocider from the Lycan League earlier. Same situation with the Broad Roaches just getting out of control.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Well, game number 1.